Hi, my name is Mandy Brouse and I'm co-owner of Wordsworth Books in Waterloo, Ontario, and I am going to tell you about some of my favorite books for this year that are nonfiction. The type of nonfiction that I enjoy is the type that you would read, you know, as casually as you would read a mystery novel. The nonfiction that I enjoy is very approachable, with a really good story and something that's really engaging right out of the gate. So the one that really comes to mind this year that's really engaged me and caught my attention is The Massey Murder by Charlotte Gray. It's kind of like a murder mystery court trial, John Grisham type book without being too fluffy. It's not fluffy at all. It's actually quite wonderfully told, very wonderfully researched, an excellent way to spend an afternoon with some amazing Canadian history in there as well. So I really recommend this one, especially for people on your list who you don't quite know what to get for them. Like maybe they're not quite into fiction, but they would be engaged by a really great story. I think they would really enjoy this one. The Massey Murder certainly caught my attention. And on that note, I also enjoyed this book, Provost 1970 by Luc Barre. Be warned, it will make you want to run away to France and eat for weeks on end. It's an incredibly vivid story about some really interesting chefs in the period, like Julia Child and James Beard, and all of the other chefs that went to France, became very inspired by the cooking, and then brought it back to America in a very fateful period of time that really changed cooking in North America. Wonderful read as well. And finally, Empty Mansions. This one is co-written by Pulitzer Prize winning author Bill Dedman and also Paul Clark Newell Jr., who is the nephew of the woman that this book actually speaks about the most. It reminded me of Grey Gardens. It reminded me of this wonderful, well, it didn't remind me of, but it's this wonderful story of like a very dead type of affluent America that existed very early on, but it's wonderful. It's a wonderful history about the houses and how people used to live, and like debutante balls, and where all that is gone. So it's a bit of a mystery in itself, as well as in really intriguing American history. So those three books really caught my attention this year. I would recommend them to people who love fiction because they're very approachable. I would recommend them to people who love nonfiction. They are my go-to books for this season, so I hope you will think about picking them up. Thank you.